inside. That's by number 6'6", Kat Von Doom. Dreadlex skating around the outside. 4 points for Avalanche City. Oscar the out from the penalty box. As number 00 Glit. Oh, there's no 00. Someone got called for a low block. Oscar the ouch, putting the first 4 points on the board for the Mischief. This jam is going the full 2 minutes since Oscar the ouch had lead jammer and then got a penalty. There's no lead jammer for this jam.
All right, we're just going to let him go around for some laps. No.
Number 2-1 for Avalanche City. That is Trip Vicious getting sent to the box for a forearm penalty against Oscar the ouch. Dreadlex, another 4 points. This is going to be a high scoring first jam for Avalanche City.
Yeah, the Fernie team there putting up an early 20 points. Just want to say we got a couple sponsors coming out here. The Carriage House. You can get a generous they just donated one of the prizes.
Oh yeah, prize. It's a drawing, and these are the prizes. Oh, okay, yeah.
Just press it.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah. Labadie lining up against Revengineer for Avalanche City. Labadie running up the inside line, shut down by an Avalanche wall. Ooh, like a little. They stayed in to the outside line. It looked like they were about to go out, but Labadie did get called on a forearm, heading to the box. That's another power jam for Avalanche City.
Intense match to start things off. That penalty box is a hot seat.
Revengineer lead jammer for Avalanche City, coming around to score some points.
Here the Revengineer comes, see if they can cook something up to get through this blockers.
Bit of blocker on blocker action. Offense being played for Revengineer by number 8-3. That is Meter Maid. Labadie coming around with jammer cap in hand, but the jam is called off before any points can be scored by the Mischief.
So for you new fans out there, the lead jammer can end the jam whenever they want. They just got to make that little hip signal there, put both hands on the hips. Sometimes there's some great advantages to call a little bit early. Sometimes you want to stick around there, see how many points you could get. Good time to mention some of our sponsors. The Jam Line sponsor over here on track 1, that's the Full Mobility Chiropractic. Pivot Line sponsored by WFT-DI Canada. Penalty Box is sponsored by Genu Wine. Love that name there. And the track name is West Legal. West Legal's been the sponsor for both of our tracks this year. Big shout out to them. We got some great vendors kicking around on both sides of the track. The Alberta College of Massage Therapy. They got on-site massage students to help ease those aches and pains, both on and off the track. You don't have to be a roller derby to go get one over there. I might go get a massage later. Bad Girlfriend Skates. They're selling you roller skate apparel, accessories, and more. We're back at it.
On the line for Avalanche City, that is Tiny Danger. And on the line for Mischief, that's Funky Fresh. Resident Weevil getting popped up to the front of the pack, covering the inside and bracing the pack as Tiny Danger sneaks on the outside line. Grace Bones trying to do a last-ditch hit to the outside, was out of play though, so Tiny Danger was able to hop right back in and come around to score some points. Funky Fresh still fighting up the middle of the track. That's a real strong Avalanche City wall. And a tiny shirt whip by from number 6'6", Kat Von Doom. Tiny Danger getting recycled to the back of the pack by Grace Bones.
Tiny Danger fitting the name there. Trying to sneak through, blocked by a whole wall of Mischief players.
I love seeing tiny jammers go up against huge blockers. It really shows the athleticism of this sport and how roller derby is for all sizes. Anyone can be successful.
There we go. We got two full team changes going on over there. Avalanche City up 28, Mischief at 10, but we are still real early in this match.
Accelerati on the line as a jammer for the Mischief. Avalanche City jammer Abracadaver.
Absolutely love all these pun names. Big fan. Big, big fan.
I love roller derby names. I just love roller derby.
I didn't know I'm sitting here next to a 15-year roller derby veteran.
Abracadaver whipping off of one of their blockers to get out on the outside. Small hit by one of the Mischief blockers, number 225, Kala. But Abracadaver is coming around to score some points. Accelerati still looking to get their initial pass. A big hit to the outside by Smash. And unfortunately cut, so that means they're going to report to the penalty box for 30 seconds. This is giving Avalanche City some time to score some more points.
Avalanche City roller trying to get through here. And
big hit. I don't know. I could not see who that was. Called off the jam, freezing the Mischief blocker Accelerati into the box. That means that the Avalanche City team will have a power start.
Okay, so what's a power start?
A power start means that there is only one jammer on the track when the jam starts.
Okay.
That gives a really good opportunity for the jammer to score lead and therefore get more points.
Perfect. Got a little bit of an advantage there going through.
Dreadlex, the only jammer on the line for Avalanche City. Hit to the inside by Resident E-Ville. Tried to bring them back, but Dreadlex, a little bit too quick, was able to get in and offered lead.
Yeah, Dreadlex, number 99, sneaking their way through the pack there.
Avalanche City preparing for the re-entry of Accelerati, cap in hand. Dreadlex punching through the Mischief wall to get another 4 points. Oh, and another penalty for Accelerati. That means another power jam for Avalanche City. That was a cut penalty, which means that they entered the track in front of someone who was in front of them previously. We've got a lot of penalties going on right now.
So both jammers in the penalty box for a couple seconds there. Accelerati coming on out.
When both jammers sit into the penalty box, they both sit for the same time.
Okay.
So that means that Dreadlex sat for the exact same time that Accelerati sat.
Okay.
Less than 30 seconds. Resident E-Ville, your new jammer of record for Mischief. Coming around, trying to score some points as Trip Vicious takes a trip to the penalty box.
So if you folks out there wondering how we're keeping track of the jammers, anyone with a star, or for Team Mischief, they got the, I guess that's an eagle up there.
I think it's a magpie. I think it's a magpie.
Oh, magpie, okay.
I thought it was a magpie, but it's a very new vibe for them.
Oh, just runs through the pack.
All right. Dreadlex trying to score a couple more points before this jam ends. And it comes to its natural conclusion. Huge jam for both teams. 16-point jam for Avalanche City, 8 for the Mischief. Avalanche City sitting at 48 points, Mischief 18.
Yeah, just 10 minutes, well, almost 10 minutes into the first half of this match. Gonna shout out a couple more of the vendors out there. We got Calgary Junior Roller Derby and Calgary Roller Derby. If you're looking to get into this sport here, maybe those are the ones you want to talk to. If you got some little ones who want to get in as well. And we're back at it.
Revengineer on the track for Avalanche City. Oscar the Ouch, second time out on the track for Mischief. They're both second time, I remember. Avalanche City, yes. So much is happening, I'm getting distracted. Mischief drawing Revengineer all the way to the back of the pack. And Oscar the Ouch is your lead jammer. Revengineer removing that jammer cap. And there has been a jammer cap pass. That means that Meter Maid is now your jammer for Avalanche City. Oscar the Ouch through with a quick 4 points and calls off the jam before Avalanche City can get not a 1 point.
Yeah, quick little setup there for the jam as the players get restarted. Over on track 2, another one of the great sponsors here, Creepy Creatures Canada. You want some scary bears? They got them over there. The little glowing eyes. Man, those things terrifying. Can you imagine that thing turning on in the middle of the night?
I'd rather not imagine that. Tiny Danger on the line for Avalanche City and Funky Fresh for Mischief. Tiny Danger out real quick like for lead jammer as Funky Fresh stuck on the inside line and held up by 2 Avalanche City blockers. That looks like Buggy and, I cannot see their number, and that's okay. Funky Fresh pushing that Avalanche City wall all the way to the front as Tiny Danger sneaks around those Mischief blockers. Funky Fresh around to try and score some points as Tiny Danger has already scored 4, calls off the jam.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of strategy for when you want to call off the run. Is that normally a coach's decision or is it the jammers?
It's a little bit of both, but let's say it's the coach's decision.
Okay. Well, we got a couple seconds here. Another one of the great vendors we've got is Derby Girl Chocolates. They're here on track 1. Fun Derby, and non-Derby themed chocolates. Sounds like a nice little snack. You want to get your energy going?
Abracadaver on the line for Avalanche City as Accelerati is on the line for Mischief. This is a matchup we've seen before. Mischief trying to fight through the Avalanche City wall. Big hit by Avalanche City to Mischief. As Abracadaver is fighting up to the front. And Abracadaver going to the box for a forearm. That means that this is a power jam for Mischief. See if they can catch up a little bit. Accelerati, lead jammer for this jam.
Abracadaver there just blew a tire heading to the penalty box. Hope they're okay. Now Accelerati facing the jam here. Oh, big hit
to the
check by
inside.
Smash.
E-Ville's only job in this case is to get Accelerati through and score some points. Accelerati calling off the jam before Abracadaver can get on the track, but she has been released from the penalty box, or they have been released from the penalty box, and therefore there will be 2 jammers on the track for the next jam.
So another one of the great vendors we've got here, Friday Socks. They're actually just behind the penalty box over there, offering purposely mismatched socks because who's got the time to match those things up?
Labadie jamming for the Mischief against Dread Lex jamming for Avalanche City. Both jammers stuck in the pack. Labadie doing a little spin, toe stop, something or another. Got pushed to the outside though, recycled all the way back. Dread Lex is your lead jammer.
Dread Lex rocket number 99 coming up to the pack, getting a little bit of speed here.
Some great offense by Kat Von Doom, immediately running into Dreadlex for some defense. Dreadlex full 4 points and calling off the jam before Labadie can get 1.
Yeah, jam control here seeming incredibly important on how many points you get and how many points you stop your opponent from getting.
It's huge in roller derby to be able to control the jam.
Also, big shout out to Team Zebra out there, keeping everybody safe. Love seeing all the refs out there. I didn't realize how many refs are required to run a game. It's something like 12 refs, you said?
It's a lot. I Could probably count at some point, but it's a lot. Oh, big hit by Cross. Hitting Revengeneer to all the way to the outside of the track. Stefunky Fresh heading to the box for, it looks like a forearm penalty. Revengeneer is your lead jammer, but it looks like she got stuck to the back in the pack. This is still her initial jam, which means that she cannot score any points until she comes back around again. Trying to make the most of this power jam. Calls off the jam. So we will have a power start once again.
Quick question. When a jammer gets pushed back out, when a jammer gets pushed out of bounds, how far back do they have to go? Is it to the next hash line, or do they have to go behind everybody?
They have to go behind everyone who was in front of them when they got hit out. So it becomes an awareness thing, right?
Yeah. Got to keep your head on a swivel.
Seriously. But to be safe, a lot of people go behind everyone.
Makes sense. Another quick shout out. Oh, never mind.
Oh, Tiny Danger on the line for Avalanche City, trying to make the most of this power jam. Lead jammer goes to Avalanche City as Stefunky Fresh still frozen in the penalty box.
Tiny Danger using those toe pads to dance their way around everything. And they sneak past the whole pack.
That was fantastic coordinated offense by Avalanche City, just opening up that inside line.
Yeah, I don't talk enough about the blockers, but they are doing a great job here, making room for their players, for the jammers. Tiny Danger sneaks through again.
Avalanche City preparing for Stefunky Fresh's return. That's a wall in the back for Avalanche City. Tiny Dancer sneaking up the outside. Whistles are being blown. Let's see what that was. Number 17. Stefunky Fresh headed to the penalty box once again with the jammer cap. So that will be another.
Looks like another power jam coming up here right away.
Coffee. Power start. That's the word. Yep. I saw coffee coming my way and my brain stopped.
It's a good time to shout out to all the volunteers, everyone who helps makes this possible. For everyone you see on the court, there's probably 2 or 3 people helping out in the back between the teams, the coaches, the volunteers. Everybody here at the arena who's also helping us out make this a great event. If you can't stick around and watch all the events, don't worry. This is all live on YouTube. Look us up. You'll find us out there. Flat Track Fever out on YouTube.
I think it's Chinook City's account. Look up Chinook City and it'll be there.
All right. Well, we got a little bit of a break here. Might as well talk about some more vendors. We got the Full Mobility Chiropractic. They're doing on-site to treat skaters and officials. Be sure to book your appointment today, offering a Flat Track Fever special, which includes $50 of treatment and custom-made orthotics for $300. You don't want to pass up these amazing prices. I had orthotics for my shoes there for a while. Fantastic. Really loved having those. The Mayo Lab, they're here today. They're doing on-site treatment and chiro. You can book an appointment at their booth, and they're available here for the whole weekend. We also got a great sponsor just called Nerd. Big fan of that, as I am one. They're selling gears and accessories. You having some issues with your skates? They can help you out there, a little skate maintenance.
I just got my skates back from Nerd on Wednesday. Fixed up a whole bunch of stuff that was going wrong. Looks like Abracadabra, lead jammer for this power start. Oh, but she got recycled to the front quite quickly and is still being held up by the Mischief jammer, blockers. Really strong 2-wall by Mischief. That's number 604. Oh, there's no 604 on our thing. That's okay. Just a strong 2-wall. Loved it.
The Mischief team doing a great job of slowing them down there when the bit of a jam was stopped up.
Stefunky Fresh back on the track after their stint in the penalty box. Running up the middle. Avalanche City 2-wall. Doing a great job of slowing it down. And Stefunky Fresh back in the penalty box. It happens.
Hard hit on the track over there, far side of us. So another quick question for a new guy. How do they decide who's going to be the jammers? Do you rotate it, or does your team only have 4 or 5?
It kind of depends. Usually for games, there's 4 or 5 jammers that rotate through. But if you're just playing, sometimes whoever wants to jam, they can jam.
Oh, great.
But
so there's a little bit of opportunity for all the players there. Get themselves in there, get a couple scores on the board, get their names said out loud.
exactly. Some people have identities as being a jammer or being a blocker, but I encourage both.
Wow.
Dread Lex, your lead jammer for this jam. Avalanche City really taking advantage of these power starts. Some coordinated offense by Avalanche City, making only Resident E-Ville available to stop Dreadlex. Did a quick few hits, but Dreadlex got through 4 points.
Yeah, right in front of us here, we got the Troublemaker doing a great job building this wall up. They've been doing such a good job blocking everybody, not letting anybody. And there was a pass. Holy smokes.
Your new jammer for Mischief is Kat Von Doom. Quick call off by Dreadlex. Lex getting 1 point to the Mischief's 0. Great pass by Mischief, forcing that call off.
When can you make a pass for the jammer, Cap?
You can make a pass when both players, so both the jammer and the pivot, are upright and inbounds.
Oh, okay, so that can happen basically anytime.
That can happen basically anytime.
Fantastic.
For our next jam, we've got Revengineer out with lead against Oscar the Ouch, skating for the Mischief. Oscar the Ouch not far behind.
Yeah, coming up real quick with some speed. I don't know if Revengineer sees her.
Oh, and a quick little bean dip to the outside, shut down by Smash.
Smash has got some great horizontal movement there, going back and forth on the track instead of up and down it. And another big body block there by Mischief.
I know for a fact, through personal experience and also intel, that this floor is super slippery. Everyone's probably got their stickiest wheels on, and it's still, people are sliding out all over the place. So there's some big hits going on because people just can't stop themselves sometimes.
Yeah, the pack is moving together slowly there. What is the rule for keeping the pack together? I've seen that being called a couple times.
Oh, that's a can of worms you don't want to open.
Okay, never mind.
No,
That's the end of the jam.
Generally, everyone wants to stay within 10 feet of each other.
Okay.
So that means that sometimes you have to drop something called bridges, which means that one of your players has to stop, so then the rest of your team can go another 10 feet.
Okay, we did see a little bit of that here earlier. I was wondering why everybody was stopped down.
They're doing some really important work, but it looks like they're just standing around.
Yeah. No, this is all important to know as we set back up with Tiny Danger and Accelerati.
Number 0, Rogue, trying to help their jammer, but Tiny Dancer gets called for a forearm penalty. Reporting to the penalty box. That means that Accelerati has a power jam. Gonna try and take advantage of that, score some points.
Yeah, Accelerati getting blocked out there by the jammers. That's number 00. I think that's Rogue over there on Avalanche City. Buggy here being a little bit of a last line of defense, trying to stop out Accelerati, doing a good job.
Accelerati hit to the inside line. We're about a minute into this jam. There still has not been a lead jammer. Really a testament to Avalanche City's defense.
Tiny Danger trying to sneak through here. Gonna see if they can pass right through the middle. Goes around the right-hand side and sneaks through on the inside.
Tiny Dancer is not your lead jammer because they did report to the penalty box, but they're still free to score some points. Resident E-Ville first line of defense for the Mischief, trying to catch Tiny Danger. Tiny Danger sneaking out to the outside past Resident E-Ville. And Accelerati is out, also not lead jammer. This jam will go another 30 seconds.
Both jammers free on the backside. They're going to run into a whole wall of blockers here. Two teams trying to stop these players. Buggy.
Big hit by Buggy. It was a directional, but they did shut down that Mischief jammer. Bit of no pass, no penalty being called, I think, for Tiny Danger. But Tiny Danger being called on a forearm penalty. That means that we are going to start this jam with no jammer on the block on the track. If I remember my rules correctly, that means that Accelerati will be released immediately once the jam whistle blows.
Okay.
And Tiny Danger will be released for after the amount of time that Accelerati has set. You got it?
Yep. Yeah. So swapping penalties there, trying to keep the players out of the penalty box, because really, what are we doing if there's no jammers on the rink?
It's boring. Accelerati lead jammer.
Wow, sneaks through on the inside.
Easy pass. That was some good offense by the Mischief blockers. And Tiny Danger back on the track, cap in hand, being knocked to the inside by a whole bunch of Mischief blockers and being dragged all the way to the back of the pack.
Accelerati still trying to make through Avalanche City's wall of humanity, but they just cannot get past there. Tiny Danger running into a bit of trouble there too, trying to go to the outside, forced out.
Charlie Horse, just a force to be reckoned with on the lines. I've been seeing a lot of hitouts by Charlie.
Accelerati is now the lead jammer running on through here.
I think Tiny Danger is still on their initial pass, which means they are not scoring points, but Accelerati can score points.
Nope. Looks like they're trying to call.
The cap has been passed to Buggy. Buggy is now your Avalanche City jammer. And the Mischief cap has been passed to Cross. Cross is now your Mischief jammer. By taking off the cap, Accelerati lost lead jammer. This jam will go for 2 minutes.
Oh, all right. Didn't know that. Punch Buggy coming up to the mass here. Punch Buggy trying to go on the inside, gets knocked down. Stands back up though. Oh, someone lost some glasses. Great play there by the Mischief player. Keep the glasses off the ground.
I know. I'm seeing some people walk around the glasses. I'm worried someone's going to step on them. If someone can't see right now.
Punch Buggy and Cross both doing a great job here, and that is it. 2 minutes on the jam.
I saw both of those jammers look at the clock, see that they weren't going to make the pack in time, and just kind of casually skate out of it.
Yeah. Got a couple more of the vendors over on track 2, Phoenix Fudge. They're selling fudge, baked goods, stickers, art, and posters. Here we have got Sue Proud. We also have the Queer Gift Co. with queer-themed gifts, hoodies, and other accessories. And as they get set back up here.
Dread Lex, your jammer for Avalanche City. Labadie for the E-Ville Mischief. Labadie, lead jammer. I love watching Labadie skate. So pretty. She's got some cool moves.
Labadie and DreadX both making it through the jam initially.
Labadie trying to scooch around the outside. Didn't quite make it. Calls off the jam to see if she could get some points before Dread Lex could. Looks like the refs are debating whether Labadie cut on the outside.
Can you call off a jam when you have been knocked out of bounds?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's an interesting strategy there. If you get thrown out and you see your competition coming up fast, stop that real quick.
You think it's not worth it. Labadie did get a cut, and so this is going to be a power start for Avalanche City. I think this is the 3rd or 4th of the game.
Avalanche City capitalizing on these power starts.
Oh, and a high block being called on Abracadaver. That means we're going to have a jammer swap in the box. Again, not the first of the game.
Little bit of pushing around over there in the jam, jockeying for different positions over there.
Labadie coming up to the Avalanche City wall, being knocked to the outside by Smash, but Number 225, Kala, knocking the person that knocked Labadie out of bounds, letting Labadie come right back in. Labadie signaling to her team that Abracadabra is right on our tails.
Labadie having a little bit of problem there right in front of the timekeepers. Getting pushed around, stopped by 3 different jammers up there. Meanwhile, Abracadabra coming through here. Feels weird saying that word out loud in the mic.
Abracadabra? I love that name. It's great. Abracadabra stuck on the Mischief wall as Smash is trying to play some offense for them. Abracadabra and Labadie.
Both of them sneak through, one right after the other.
This will be a 2-minute jam, so we've got about 30 seconds left in this jam. No one can call it off. Everyone's stuck out there.
Wow, Abracadabra coming through with some speed, managed to force their way through. Grabs a couple points there. Labadie, though, struggling. Oh, Labadie made it through as well. Wow.
I'm seeing a last-minute hit by the Avalanche City pivot. That might have been a blocking out of bounds penalty, though. That's meter maid. Labadie coming around for some points as well. But the jam reaches its natural conclusion. That's 6 points for Avalanche City, that jam, to Mischief's 8. And that's intermission. I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. This game has been really exciting. So at intermission, we've got Avalanche City at 104 points, Mischief 54. And while you're at intermission, what kind of things can people do?
All right, so during the intermission here, or of course in between the rounds, we have got Untamed Fernie. They're here on track 1. Love it when teams, or when sponsors here, they even got some punny names as well. These are designs made for the busy woman who wants to look and feel fabulous. Untamed focuses on creating everyday clothing that is practical and comfortable while also being fun, flattering, and unique. Each piece is enhanced with a special touch by collaborating local artists, printing their artwork onto fabric and incorporating their designs into their creations. They're just down there. They got those really cool like hoodie top things, all sorts of funky colors. Absolutely love those things. And if you need some gluten-free snacks, Vermala Delights, they're just over here. They're selling some gluten-free snacks, little cake pops, all that kind of fun stuff. Great to know. Still got a little bit of time here. Why don't we give the sponsors a quick shout out? Jam Line sponsored by Full Mobility Chiropractic. The Pivot Line, that one's sponsored by WTFDI Canada. The penalty box is sponsored by Genuine, and the track name, that one's West Legal. Looks like we got a draw coming up here.
Contact them. But
I never told them. All right, we got 1 minute before the action starts. Get your butt in those seats, but you're not going to need all of them because you're going to be sitting on the edge. Avalanche City at 104. Mischief out of Edmonton, 45. I'm James Hextall, and I'm here with Smosh, live on the mic and live out on YouTube. Big shout out to everybody watching up there. I don't have the chat going on there, but everyone who's enjoying it, thank you very much. If you missed it there during the halftime, we had some raffle prizes that we gave away. We gave away 4 general admission tickets to Callaway Park. Creepy Creations, they gave away a few very lovable, I guess you'd call those stuffed animals.
Ah, lovable. Let's go with lovable.
Yeah, yeah. They do fit the roller derby theme, though, very much. Okay, we are starting things off. Looks like we got number 222 over there. That would be Labatte. We got a power jam to start things off, I think.
And we have... Nope, both jammers are on the track. Revengeneer out, not lead because Labatte snatched up that lead. Came around, scoring points, through with 4, quick call off. That's how it's done.
4 points at a time, that'll catch you up.
I say, oh my God, wait.
Hunky dorky? Totally. Okay.
I'm trying to find the live so I can see if there's anyone in the chat. Wrong one.
And they're back off again. Dread Lex off to a quick start there, getting right through the jam. They're going to be your lead jammer here. They're coming back into the jam, see if they can sneak through. Using those long legs to try to step around, and they are through again.
Funky Fresh still stuck in that pack. Saw the light of day, but shut down by number 8-3. That's the captain, Meter Maid. Funky Fresh around, coming around for points. Dread Lex through. Said, I got my points. I don't want to do this anymore. Called off the jam. All right.
Dreadlex took their points and said that's it. They're not going to give Mischief any chance to catch up here, holding them down. And there's been a timeout called. An official timeout. Looks like we're going to get the refs together. A little bit of meeting of the minds here in the middle. Big shout out to all the refs here. I am shocked how many officials that you need for a single match. But that's to keep everybody safe, keep the scores equal and going. So while we're waiting here, we got another donation I'm going to read out. The Carriage House, they're just across the road over there. They're giving away a big dine and stay package. That one's worth $350. Get your name in for that one.
I just got access to the chat. So if you are watching on the live stream and want to shout anyone out, throw it in the chat. See what's up. Looks like we've got a multiplayer being called on a jammer. You don't see that very often. That was Abracadaver. Oscar the Ouch fighting up the outside line and is through. That is your lead jammer of the jam.
Oscar the Ouch coming into the jam with a little bit of speed. Once over the inside, outside, and through. Wow, really good there. Zipping right through 8 different competitors and comes out without a single touch. And does it again. Wow, Oscar the Ouch.
Picking up 8 points for the Mischief so far. Abracadaver through her initial, coming around for points. Oscar the Ouch. Oh, almost through, but that was a real big hit by, I think that's Smash.
Yeah, I believe that was Smash there. Throwing that horizontal movement.
Either way, Oscar the Ouch saying, I don't want to do this anymore. Calling off the jam. Holding Avalanche City at 0 points to Mischief's 12 for that jam.
Yeah, 12 points. That might be the lead right now for the most amount in a single jam. Yep, forgot the name of it, but we got it there.
An official review being called by Avalanche City. In the meantime, I would like to thank our sponsors. Our jam line is sponsored by Full Mobility Chiropractic. Pivot line sponsored by WFTDI Canada. Penalty boxes sponsored by Genuine. And our tracks are sponsored by West Legal. Both tracks sponsored by West Legal. If you've missed the first raffle draw, it's not too late. Go put your name in for the draw tomorrow. We've got some real great prizes. Looks like we've got a Devon and Lang gift card. That's $150. The Carriage House Dine and Stay package, valued at $350.
Yeah, it sounds like a great little staycation you can win.
I recently had a staycation. It is so underrated.
Yeah, exactly, man. Any place that I don't have to make the breakfast is a great place. We've also got one for the Hangar Museum. If you've ever been up there, the flight simulator is really cool. Get your Top Gun experience going.
That rolling whistle signaling that play has resumed. Looks like that Avalanche City lost that official review, which means that they do not retain it for the half. Cross. I think this is the first time we've seen Cross as the jammer for Mischief. Out with lead. Got some fresh legs, perhaps. A little hop to the inside line and a quick call off.
There you go. Mischief playing the quick game here, taking those points 4 at a time. But they're slowly catching up. It's 112 to 74, and there's still 26 minutes left in this half.
Think about roller derby. Games can change in an instant. This game is not lost.
Well, we did see the last match went down to the last jam, the last seconds of a jam.
And the same happened in the jam before. It's been a day of really close games. Revengineer on the line for Avalanche City. Up against Labadie for Mischief. Labadie fighting through the middle. I've lost track of Revengineer. Oh, no, I see them. Labadie out with lead. And Revengineer awarded a track cut penalty for her efforts getting out of that pack. This is a power jam for Mischief. Labadie pushed to the outside, kind of doing a matrix move, stayed in bounds. That's 4 points for the Mischief.
Yeah. Amazing job of Labadie controlling that momentum, stopping on a dime.
Oh, straddling the line. Labadie pointing out that Smash knocked her out, saying, please get this person out.
Smash throwing their weight around there, pushing some people out, but
Labadie calling off the jam, trying to freeze the Avalanche City jammer in the box. Looks like they were released right as Labadie called off the jam, so that means that Avalanche City will have a jammer lining up at the start of this jam. Everyone's got weight.
I don't want to insult.
We've got Dreadlex on the line for Avalanche City and Oscar the Ouch for the Mischief. Oscar the Ouch out with lead. Coming around scoring points as Dreadlex runs up the inside line. And is coming around for points as well. Let's see if Oscar the Ouch, ooh, real big hit by Oscar the Ouch against Buggy. Calls off the jam. But got all 4 points.
Yeah, we heard the coach from Mischief there calling to cut it as the jammer for Avalanche City was trying to make a sneak through there.
Sometimes you need that extra set of eyes to tell you when you should call off the jam, because you can't see everything as a jammer.
Yeah, it is interesting being here right at rink level with the jam in front of you. You can't really see what's going through to the other side.
Abracadabra trying to fight through that Mischief wall at the front as Funky Fresh slowed down by the real strong Avalanche City back wall.
Wow, the Mischief Jammers doing a great job there, blocking off, teamwork, two at once, making Abracadabra have to fight for every inch around this corner.
Kala slowing down the Abracadabra in a bit of a slot catch.
Roland Ishii there, pushing them out to the outside, holding things down.
Funky Fresh getting some momentum, running up to the front, but shut down again by, I think that is Glitch, perhaps?
Smash out there, pushing Funky Fresh out on the inside. Again, Funky Fresh knocked to the ground.
Mischief, the Mischief bench telling Funky Fresh she doesn't have to go all the way to the back. And Abracadabra called on, it looks like a forearm. That means this jam will go for the full remaining 30 seconds.
So now Funky Fresh just has to sneak their way through. Funky Fresh going through a lot of trouble. Smash! Uh-oh.
Smash being called for a low block, and Funky Fresh is your lead jammer 1 minute and 45 seconds into that jam.
Wow. A hard fought jam there. Funky Fresh went through a lot of trouble, got their team their points though. It's 112 to 86. That is 14 unanswered points from Mischief.
Cross back on the jam line for Mischief against Abracadabra, who is frozen in the penalty box. This is going to be a power start for the Mischief. Both teams starting on the WFTDI pivot line. And Cross is your lead jammer for the Mischief.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Cross started quite a ways back and had a lot of speed going in there, using a little bit more force than finesse to try to get through these packs. Oh.
Trying to figure out who's getting called on what. It's like a forearm call being called.
Cross is your lead jammer, but just got shoved down, and Abracadabra sneaks through. No, that's not Abracadabra.
There's been a star pass. Your jammer was Minute Maid coming around, forcing the call off. I know, it's hard to see.
Such fast pace here, especially when they start passing the jammer cap around. Looks like we're going to get a full reset here. Still 20 minutes left in this round. But another 3 points for the Mischief, and Avalanche City is struggling to get anything up there right now. Still early in the game, though.
One player in the box for the Mischief. And Labadie runs up the outside line right behind Revengeneer. Revengeneer is your lead jammer, but Labadie is leading this jammer race. Revengeneer calls off the jam to protect points. That's a 0-0 jam.
Interesting call there, but if you think your team needs a reset, or depending on how the penalty box is looking, might be more advantageous to start the jam back up, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a consideration when you think about when to call off the jam. Sometimes you want to run it long to get your players out of the penalty box. Sometimes you want to cut it short to freeze other players into the box. It's all a mind game. We're playing chess out there.
Yeah. 4D flat track chess. There's distractions everywhere.
Oscar the Ouch getting hit to the outside, staying in bounds and getting awarded lead jammer for their efforts, as Tiny Danger is pretty close behind. Both of these jammers very fast coming into the pack. Oscar the Ouch stumbling through the pack, calling off the jam. That's 4 points for the Mischief, 0 for Avalanche City. Mischief nickel and diming it to shorten this lead by Avalanche City. They're catching up.
Well, they brought me on for my voice, not for my math skills. But if I'm doing this number thing right, I think that's 18 unanswered points for Mischief.
I'm not even going to try the math. Avalanche is ahead. That's all I know.
Yeah. But with 18 minutes and 30 seconds left, we could see a lot of points get scored up here as Abracadaver trying to force their way through the pack. And they're doing a good job. 1, 2. Nope, can't quite make it through everybody.
Stefunky Fresh following Charlie Horse out the outside line. Gets shut down on the inside.
Looks like we got a little bit of a reset here.
Gathering their wits before coming back in the back of the pack. Got to start all over again. Just like Abracadaver, now being recycled by Charlie Hurst, but to the back of the pack. Both of these jammers having a really hard time getting their initial pass.
We can see Smash here leading the wall for their team, as well as number 225. That is Kala doing a great job being a big, big blocker there, holding up this jam.
Charlie Horse trying to play some offense for their jammer. That's a 2-wall. It's a really strong slot catch 2-wall in the front. And Kala also trying to play offense, but lead jammer is awarded to Abracadaver.
Abracadabra coming around the corner here. Runs into a wall of them, pushes her way through. And we've got some points for Avalanche City. Abracadaver going around for round 2.
Stefunky Fresh, still your jammer as Abracadaver stuck at the back of the pack. Really a testament to the blocking on both teams, just how slow it has been for this entire jam. Both jammers struggling to get through as this jam reaches its natural conclusion. No one called off that jam. That was a full 2 minutes.
A full 2-minute jam. We're going to say another quick shout out to some of the vendors up there. The Alberta College of Massage Therapy, ACMT. They're here on track 1. They're doing on-site massages. Bad Girlfriend Skates. They're over on track 2. They got roller skate up here, accessories more. I seen some pins. I'm a sucker for pins. Probably going to pick some up.
In the chat, we've got a cheer for Mischief.
Oh, fans of Mischief. As Dreadlex sneaks right through there, they are your lead jammer.
Cross still going through her initial, sneaking up the inside line, but does get called for a cut. This is going to be a power jam for Avalanche City. Yeah. Mischief all on defense. Going to try and kill as much of this power jam as possible. That's a full 30 seconds of defense.
We just seen here, Dreadlex had the whole Avalanche City lined up, and they called the go, and they went. Holy smokes. Avalanche City opening up the team of Mischief like the Red Sea. Let's see if Dread City can part them again. Dreadlex.
Dreadlex for Avalanche City. Dreadlex calling off the jam, freezing cross in the box. That means we're going to have another power start. Only one jammer on the full mobility chiropractic jam line.
Going back to some of the vendors here. If anyone out there is looking to join on up, Calgary Junior Roller Derby and Calgary Roller Derby, they're over on the other track. They have level 1, 2, and 3 skaters within Calgary. Lots of junior leagues. Check out their table for more information.
I am a coach for the juniors. We have a lot of fun.
What's the age range on a junior team?
That's such a good question. I think it's 8 to 18.
Wow.
8 or 12.
I have seen some 8-year-olds. I bet you those games get quite vicious.
They can. We have limited contact for different levels, but it can get pretty intense. I think there's a juniors game happening right now on the other track.
Well, stay with us here, folks, as Dreadlex gets themselves 8 points on that, or 11 points on that last one. Almost tied with the lead for most points on a single jam. But we're back at it.
Cross quickly out of the box and awarded lead. Oh no, sorry. Dreadlex was in the box. Someone's in the box. Who's in the box? Dreadlex is in the box.
Cross sneaking through on the inside. But here comes Dreadlex. Dreadlex looking for a pass.
Mischief preparing for that Dreadlex entry. And Cross, a little hop on the inside line, does get knocked out by number 83. That is Meter Maid.
Quick thinking by Meter Maid to backpedal as quick as they can.
Cross calling it off before Meter Maid can give them any more trouble. And Mischief has awarded themselves a bucket. That's 101 points for the Mischief, 130 for Avalanche City.
13 minutes left in this match. Quick shout out to Derby Girl Chocolates, Fun Derby and non-Derby themed chocolates. They're just over here. I can see the chocolate. Looks real good. We also got Creepy Creatures Canada. They make some absolutely terrifying stuff. Go check them out as we get started here again.
Labadie fighting her way up the middle of the track and is awarded lead jammer as Tiny Danger is bouncing their way through the middle of the track as well. Tiny Danger out on their initial, looking to score some points. Labadie calling off the jam, feet in the air. You don't see that every day.
Yeah.
4 points awarded to the Mischief. Got a 25-point game right now.
It is interesting to note that the jammers can end the jam from any player, from any place on the track or any position, apparently. A little bit of discussion here between the teams as we get set up for the next jam. 12 minutes left in this half.
Revengineer jamming for Avalanche City. Stifunky Fresh for the Mischief. Revengineer running up the inside line. Mischief can't get there in time. Revengineer is your lead jammer of the jam. Stifunky Fresh fighting up Smash. Smash has been a force to be reckoned with this game.
Smash has been a force, but also the team that hangs out with Smash. Together, they make an absolute unit. That is number 33, Cryophilia, doing a great job holding some people down. But Avalanche City's Revengineer passes the whole pack, and they're going to go do a nice lap here before everyone gets set back up.
Avalanche City blocker glitch to the penalty box for a direction call. That means that Avalanche City will have one less blocker to help them.
Rit Riot over there for Mischief. They're taking the inside track, stopping that as the Revengineer just running back and forth across that line. Cannot quite make it through. Did see someone get pushed down there. And Revengineer calls it. Oh, hard takedown over there.
We always want to make sure our skaters are safe. A shout out to our medics. They are present for every game, and we love them so much.
Yeah, big shout out to the medics, keeping everybody here safe. Shout out to all the team captains, all the team leads, all of that stuff. Everybody keeping everybody safe and upright here on the tracks. We're back at it.
Dreadlex to the box for a forearm call, and that looks like Oscar the Ouch, question mark? I can't see. Oscar the Ouch through a little bean dip to the outside. Oh, a nice little hop to the inside. And is through all 4 points.
Wow, absolute Olympic level figure skating there. Twists and turns and a crazy hard stop.
Mischief holding one of the Avalanche City blockers back.
Wow.
Oscar the Ouch calling off the jam, trying to freeze the Avalanche City jammer in the box, but just a little bit too late. Dreadlex was able to be released from the box. Both teams will have jammers on the track at the beginning of the next jam.
Still managed to squeeze in 8 points there. We've got Cross and Abracadaver They're going to be your jammers for the start of this one. Couple big hitters coming through.
Timeout being called by Avalanche City.
So while we've got the timeout, we're going to quick shout out to the Milo Lab. They're over on the other track. They've got some on-site treatment for massage and chiro. You can book your appointment as soon as you can. We also got Nerd. They're here. Big shout out to them. Apparently they've been helping keep some of these skaters going. Full Mobility Chiropractic. They've been here doing some on-site as well. And they've got $50 treatments and those custom orthotics. Those sound fantastic. Friday socks, absolutely love the idea. I'm not wearing matching socks right now, and that wasn't on purpose, but apparently they do that for you automatically. Phoenix Fudge, keeping everybody nice and sugar-loaded. They're selling fudge, baked goods, as well as some stickers and some art over on the other track. Sue Proud, I'm guessing they're selling some sewing accessories. They're going to be here on this track. The Queer Gift Co., they've got your queer-themed tees, hoodies, and other accessories. All designs are family-friendly and celebrate pride and the queer community.
That rolling whistle signals back to gameplay. Abracadabra and Cross lining up on the Full Mobility Chiropractic jam line. We've got a little bit of jammer on jammer action. Looks like Abracadabra. Bleh. Playing some defense for a second, making sure that Cross is locked down before trying to get through that mischief wall.
I didn't know you could do that as a jammer.
Jammers have all sorts of special powers.
Very interesting. Big block up here, 3 deep for the Mischief team. Seeing a call here for number 83. That's a forearm for the meter maid.
Smash trying to play some offense and then back to defense, but Cross is through lead jammer. Coming around to score some points. Abracadabra being pushed to the outside by Charlie Horse and number 9. 9-9.
Charlie Horse doing a good job, taking up as much space as they can, but Abracadabra sneaks through. Now Cross is coming through on the back corner. They got a little bit of speed. They're trying to sneak through, a jump over, and then ends it. Looks like they got the 4 points. Wow, hard-earned 4 points there.
When you do an apex jump, you need to land on your feet before falling in order to get those 4 points. So it looks like Cross did land and then fell. That's at the discretion of the jam ref.
Okay. Avalanche City, 137. Mischief biting at their heels at 121.
I think this is going to be another close game.
Yeah. Mischief getting lots and lots of little small point opportunities over and over and over again, but Avalanche City seems to take them 12, 13 at a time.
Mischief nickel and diming it.
It's really interesting seeing how the two different teams play a very similar game here, as we have a zebra herd up right in the middle of the match here. Looks like they're talking over that last call. Also, a big shout out to the Acadia Arena for hosting us. They got the bar that's open over there. They also got your hot food. And for anybody here in the arena, if you haven't seen all the pool party effects that are going on over there, that's for the pool party chaos round that's happening. Chaos is the round word. Shenanigans game that we're having. That one's going to be starting at 7 o'clock. Avalanche City, they're from Fernie. Mischief, they're out of Edmonton, so this is a cross-province. Actually, it's across the country. I've seen some teams from Ontario over there.
Oh, yeah. We've got teams from Ontario, BC, and Alberta.
Absolutely fantastic seeing all of these competitors from across our great country. Also, if you're interested in any of these, make sure you talk to some of the teams. I'm sure they'd be interested in talking to you. They also have some merch. I see merch tables going around. Looks like quite a few of the different teams. You can buy some T-shirts, some stickers. I've seen some custom knee pads. I thought that was kind of cool. Get some knee pads with your team on it.
I didn't see that. That sounds really cool.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the track maintenance team here, making sure we can see where the marks are.
A quick update. Looks like, I'm not sure what that was. It might have been a cut, I would assume, on cross, I think for that apex jump.
Yeah. Wow, Tiny Danger sneaking right through at the start of that jam.
Tiny Danger getting offered the chance to widen that lead.
A lot of blocking going on here. Cross still on the penalty. Tiny Danger taking 4 points. Coming around. A lot of speed, but there's some fire coming up behind Tiny Danger.
Avalanche preparing for Cross to come through. Sneaker on the outside line. And Cross is out on her initial. Jam is called off by Tiny Danger. 4 points. I guess that would be 8 total for Avalanche City, that jam. 0 for Mischief.
Yeah, Tiny Danger sneaking through there. Said, you know what, we're not going to give Mischief any more points there. Holding it off. They're going to reset the jam here. They got the Revengeneer for Avalanche City and Funky Fresh for Mischief.
We've seen both of these jammers quite a bit this game. And I think they have, at least from what I've seen, very different jamming styles. It seems like Revengeneer is a lot more physical, whereas Funky Fresh is doing a lot of sled pushing, but mostly getting out on those lines.
Mm-hmm. Revengeneer using their height to try to muscle their way through there.
Funky Fresh is your lead jammer and has reached the back of the pack to get some points, as Revengeneer is still stuck on her initial.
Funky Fresh pushed to an absolute standstill by the wall from Avalanche City. We've seen number 2 over there, Rex, doing a great job holding Funky Fresh down. Funky Fresh having to push for every single millimeter. Ooh, couple players hit the ground.
Small pile up on the back of the pack. Looks like everyone got up all right.
Number 10 over there, that's Glitch. They're leading the wall. Couple more players are hitting the ground. Seen some fantastic costumes coming on past there. I don't know what's going on with that fish, but I like that costume. And uh-oh.
Bigger pile up, but everyone's laughing.
Okay.
We love to see a good laugh when everyone's on the ground. Stops my heart attack.
Love seeing them get back up there for us. Sorry, I got so flat.
I know, I was like, wait. The fish in the fish. Right there. Labadie and Dreadlex lining up on the line for Avalanche and Mischief. I guess I did that out of order. Dreadlex is for Avalanche City, Labadie skating for the Mischief. There's a team timeout being called by the Mischief. Looks like just to relax, take a breath, and sometimes that's all you need.
Relax, take a breath, maybe talk to your teammates, talk to the coach. They're only 24 points behind, and there's still almost 5 minutes left in this game. A lot can happen. What's our current highest for a single round over here on this, or for a single jam? Looks like it's 28. Wow. Miss T Maven over there got 28 in a single jam. That was early in game 2.
Misty Maven skates for Team Divergence, but is also known for Denver fame, Team USA fame, and Team England fame.
Yeah, I guess we should say we've seen quite a few Team Canada members around here. They just got back from France a couple days ago. A few of them are still looking a little jet-lagged and still talking in French. Eventually they'll work that out, though.
They're in Canada. It's fine. Now we've got an official timeout. Oh, just kidding. I lied.
Big
Labadie immediately hit out by Dreadlex, trying to eat the baby. Labadie following Dreadlex all the way to the back. Labadie getting recycled. That means that she has to make 2 laps to score points, as Dreadlex, I think, also has to take 2 laps. Labadie called off the jam. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an official review for that. But that's none of my business.
That's all right, though. There is a lot going on, and even with all of these officials, looks like we're going to have some fun calls here. It's all right, though. Everybody is still up and having fun, but yeah, with less than 4 minutes left in the match.
Official review being called by the Mischief.
So while we got a couple seconds here, we're going to shout out some more of the great vendors we got going on. Untamed Fernie, the designs made for the busy woman who wants to look and feel fabulous. Untamed focuses on creating everyday clothing that is practical and comfortable while also being fun, flattering, and unique. We also got the Queer Gift Co. And over there, I don't know if the mic is picking it up for the YouTube channel, we've got some skate maintenance going on. Do you know who that one is over there?
That'd be Nerd. That skate maintenance is being done by Roxy, our resident skate expert.
Shout out to Roxy, keeping all of these players rocking and rolling. Nerd's such a fun name over there. Derby Girl Chocolates, they're over here as well. They've been keeping everybody nice and sugar rushed up. The Calgary Junior Roller Derby, sorry about that. You can get some sweet merch over there, and you can also ask to get in. So while I got you here, what does it take to get involved in this? Like, what do you need to do? What do you need to buy? What do you need to show up with?
I can speak for Calgary Roller Derby.
Yeah.
You need to show up with skates and all your safety gear. And then we usually have a rookie session where we teach you to skate and we teach you the rules of the game. And then you're in.
Nice. So you mentioned safety gear. What does that normally include?
Safety gear includes knee pads, elbow pads, wrist guards, helmet, and a mouth guard.
And a mouth guard, very important. Keep your teeth where they are supposed to be. You only get 2 sets of those. I didn't know that. We're seeing them line up here. We got Labadie for Mischief.
Labadie doing double duty. I think Labadie was the last jammer as well. And is out for lead. Tiny Danger still stuck at the back of the pack, being recycled all the way back. And is trying to play some defense on Labadie. Misses. Labadie falling to the inside, recycling back to make sure to not get that cut.
Labadie having some problems there with 0-0. That's Rogue. Rogue is holding Labadie down. Labadie manages to push their way through, though. Tiny Danger stuck in the middle of the pack here, trying to get through. And they have got number 45 giving her a heck of a time. Resident Weevil.
Well, Labadie with a pirouette spin move to the outside. That's another 4 points for the Mischief.
All of a sudden, it's a 16-point game.
Something about those ex-juniors like Labadie just...
Yeah. Labadie coming into the back of the pack there, running into a little bit of a wall of humanity, but manages to sneak on through the inside lane. They're going to make it at 12 here.
Tiny Danger still stuck on their initial. Looks like number 00, Rogue, trying to help their jammer out. Harder than it looks, though. Someone is being called on something, and I need to figure out who. It is Labadie. Nope, just kidding. Something happened, and I don't know what it was. And that means it's not for me to know. Oh, just kidding. It was Labadie. That was really confusing. Labadie being called on a cut penalty, meaning that Rogue, who I guess got past the cap when I wasn't looking, is now your jammer for Avalanche City, trying to score some points. The jam comes to its natural conclusion.
With 12 points for Team Mischief.
3 for
Oh,
Avalanche City. 14 for
14
Mischief. Wow.
That actually puts it up for the top one right here.
Avalanche City with a power start. It's like Dreadlex, the only jammer for Avalanche City on the track at this moment. Avalanche City doing some coordinated offense, trying to get all of those Mischief jammers out of the way. Buggy doing some great offense, just picking people off. Dreadlex coming around to score some points. Hit to Charlie Hurst.
Dreadlex just taking him out 4-on-1. Sneaks through, but Labadie sneaks through as well.
Cap in hand, putting that cap on so she can score some points. Fun fact, you cannot score points as the jammer if the jam cap is not on your head.
Oh, I did not know. Avalanche City manages to get 6 more points in there.
Mischief calling a timeout with 23 seconds on the period clock just to get that extra jam in. Otherwise, this game would have been over.
So, quick question for you. Once the next jam starts, is the game over as soon as those 25 seconds are out, or do they finish the final jam?
They finish out that final jam. So once a final jam starts, it can go for the full 2 minutes.
Okay. Avalanche City here put on a lot of pressure to get that lead jammer. Mischief, though, they can do it. We've seen 20 points. We've seen 20. Well, they only got to make 19 points.
I see Wolfie hiding over by the full mobility chiropractic area, I think. And he scored 44 points in France last weekend, which I do believe is a world record, a modern world record.
Wow, 44 points in a single jam. He must have been moving.
He was moving and grooving.
Wow. All right, we're setting up for what could be the final jam. Abracadaver versus Oscar the Ouch.
Both of these jammers just powerhouses in terms of scoring points. Resident Weevil getting in front of Abracadaver as Oscar the Grouch tries to sneak out the outside, gets lead.
Oscar the Ouch sneaks through. They're the lead jammer, so we're going to finish this one off. Grace Bones putting up a block here.
Oh, being driven trying to balance on one skate on the outside. Didn't quite make it. It's cool. That would have been really crazy if she had made that.
There we go. Oscar the Grouch makes it through for 4.
Abracadaver around scoring points. There's no time on this period clock. If Oscar the Ouch calls off the jam, that's the end of this game.
Yep. She's got 1 minute and 15 seconds to get 16 points. It's possible. There we go. There's 8 of them.
Mischief shutting down Abracadaver on the back of the pack. Abracadaver is scoring points, or was able to score points until she took off that cap. Avalanche City trying to waste time.
To the inside. Oscar the Ouch. Pushed out, though.
Oscar the Ouch being held up by Abracadaver, playing some defense.
30 seconds left in the match, or in the jam. 30
In
seconds
the whole
left in the match,
game.
too.
11 points separating these teams. Oscar the Grouch re-entering, trying to get past.
Forced out on the inside again, and that's it, folks.
Huge jam by Oscar the Ouch. Calls off the jam from the floor. This is the unofficial score is 158-146, Avalanche City. Hello. Oh, perfect. That rolling whistle signals the end of the game. I would like to remind Both teams, please let us know what your MVPs and MVJs are. We want to know who messed you up.
Yeah, we want to know. We want to celebrate the best players there on the rink. Big shout out to all the players there. Such an exciting match. Over 300 points between both teams. That's the highest score I've ever seen in a roller derby game. Unofficially, I had Labadie getting the most points in a single jam at 14. Thank you. I'm guessing it's Oscar. The fish that's killing me. I love it. I love it so much.
All right, your MVJ for E-Ville is Oscar the Ouch.
Oscar the Ouch. They had a 12-point jam there.
Track 1, game 7, is that? Yes. We're saying yes. Okay, thank you. Your MVP for E-Ville is Charlie Horse. Your MVJ for Avalanche is Revengineer. And your MVP for Avalanche is Fleur de Lethal.
Thank you very much, roller derby fans. We'll be back here shortly with the next round of high-intensity roller derby action.